So I don't know how many people have seen, but USA Boxing, has introduced a transgender policy to its rulebook for 2024. So transgender boxers will be permitted to fight in the category of their choice. In my opinion, this is just stupidly dangerous. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? Okay, let me just say, if you're transgender, you want to be a female, you want to be a male, whatever. I don't care. You do you, as long as you're not hurting anybody. That's your own choice. If you feel like that, that's fine with me. I have no problem with that. But to go in there as a biological male and compete in combat sports, or in any sport for that matter, but combat sports especially, is just so fucking dangerous. Like people's lives are at risk here. There's going to be a massive fucking death because of this. Someone's going to fucking die from this. You guys realize that, right? Like, you realize you're putting in somebody who's got male fucking bones, male skull structure. You know, they're fucking. You can't get rid of how much testosterone was in their system at one point. They got that man strength. Whether they fucking got their hormones taken out or whatever, they're still going to be freakishly strong against these women. They're going to be freakishly powerful. It's just a fact. You can't change bone structure. You just can't. They're still going to be as strong. Like, they're going to, maybe not as strong, but they're going to be so much stronger and more powerful than women. We seen Fallon Fox break a fucking woman's skull. Like, I think she broke her jaw or some shit. Like, just an absolute powerhouse. If you put Fallon Fox in there against men, you'd probably either be losing or it'd be a decision machine. But because Fallon Fox transitioned into a female, she just fucking butchered all the biological women. It's just not fair. I get it. I get if you want to be like, if you're transgender and you want to fight in that gender category. I understand the frustration, but they need to put you against either other transgenders, like other people who are also transitioned. Like, they need to make a separate category, especially with how many transgender people there are nowadays. There's going to be a large increase in transgender athletes. So why don't we just make a separate category? Make a non-binary category or something like that. Let the non-binaries and the transgenders all like compete in one, class together, depending on what, biological sex they've transitioned to or whatever. Because it's so dangerous. It generally is dangerous. Like, I understand it. I understand it's a really complicated subject, but let's just look at what they've changed to the rule set, what they're going to add. So, meanwhile, a male boxer must show that his testosterone level in serum has been above. Wait. Boxers who have transitioned from male to female must demonstrate that their total testosterone level in serum has been below 5 nmol for at least 48 months prior to a first competition. Like, it doesn't matter though. It's not just about the testosterone. You're always going to have that male strength. It is a fact. They're going to still have the physical attributes that women athletes don't have. It is just a fact. Like, I don't know, this is just so dangerous, man. This is so fucking dangerous. Like, this is putting lives at risk. This is generally putting lives at risk. Like, they can say it's as strict as they want. It doesn't matter. And don't get me wrong. I mean, like, even for, like, women who transition to men, this is pretty dangerous. Because they're going in there with a fucking big disadvantage themselves. I mean, if in their case, they're not cheating. They're actually probably giving themselves a performance-enhancing shot here. Like, they're making it even harder for themselves. So I am all for. I'm not all for it. I still think it's very unfair to the women who transition into men and who can go and have to fight biological men. But if they want to do that, like, at least they're not going in it for an advantage region, like an advantageous reason. Maybe with the other people you could say the same thing. Like, maybe they're not going in there for that particular reason, but they are going in there with a big advantageous disadvantage. Like, they're going in there with a big fucking advantage if you're transitioning from man to female. Like, there's no two ways about it. It's just dangerous. This is going to be dangerous. Like, imagine I mean, we seen Clarissa Shields got fucking absolutely bodied by like a 5-1 guy. Could you imagine like lesser fighters, lesser female fighters in there with like somebody who's got that fucking manpower? Like, it's just, it's not right. You're gonna be seeing like fucking Francis Ngannou type fucking KOs on these women. We're gonna be seeing the most fucking brutal flatline KOs in history if this happens. And maybe some people want to see some brutal KOs, but are we gonna really do it while putting all the female athletes at risk? It's not fair. It just isn't fucking fair for all of these female athletes. You know, inspiring, the guys have to go easy. If anyone's properly sparred or trained at the gym, you have to go soft on these women. You have to. You can't go hard in sparring against women because as men, we just have a physical advantage. Now, I'm not saying that that means that on a technical scale we're definitely better than the females, but on a, you know, just a physical, pure physical level, we are better than like we are stronger than females. Sorry, better is not the right word. I'm not saying we're better. I'm saying all the, you know, sexes are equal when it comes to like, you know, I just mean like we're all equal, but obviously on a physical level, there is a big difference. Like physicality wise, we are much stronger than women, and it's just a biological fact of life. Like, you know, the cavemen, I believe the men were obviously the hunter gatherers and everything, and I believe the females were the ones. I think I have seen somewhere where there was the cavemen were also doing hunting, so maybe I'm just wrong on that. But just like in recent history, like men have obviously been the ones venturing around the world and fucking killing people and having to fight, and obviously women were banned from fighting for years. Like the men were made to be the protectors of households and stuff like that, like evolution and everything. Even if you don't believe in evolution, also if you look at the Bible and everything, men were the ones being the fucking great warriors and crusaders and everything because they're just the strongest sex. Like, it's just is a biological fact. So when you go in there and you put someone who has still grown up their whole life having testosterone in their system, they're fucking, you know, they've had that man strength. It doesn't just go away. You can't just fucking inject something into you and it's like, oh, well, I'm weak now. I got pillow hands now. Like, no, it doesn't work that way. Your fucking fist shape isn't going to fucking change. The structure in your hands isn't going to change because you've changed sex. Look at the feet. If you look at the feet of any transgender person, I mean, it is also a good way to tell if you're in Thailand or something like that. Always check the feet. That's a good tip for you. That's a pro gamer tip for you guys. But like generally, you can tell like the physicality of the hands. They fucking punch you hard enough, you're gonna break your fucking jaw, and it is just a fact, man. I don't know why this is like coming into play. I get it. We got to be inclusive. I want transgender athletes to be able to compete, but I don't want them to compete at the detriment of female athletes who've been training their whole life. You put it in there. You put some female athlete, like female boxer who's been training for like most of her life. You put her in there with like a fucking guy, like a fucking, you know, biological male who's trained about 2-3 years, who's a power puncher. Like, you put them in there, somebody who's got like Josh Emmett power, and you go put them in there, they're gonna fucking brutally carry the woman. I don't care how you look at it. Like, it's just a physicality difference. Look at Deontay Wilder. He's a fucking biological male fighting biological males. He has no skill. He just goes in there and fucking knocks people out. He's a natural male. Imagine putting someone with Deontay Wilder type power. Imagine there's a transgender athlete with that sort of power who can knock out biological men, and then they, you know, 48 months it takes them, they go down, they move down, become a woman. Like, they're gonna fucking still flatline people. You can't get rid of that power that easy, buddy. It doesn't work that way. Like, this is so dangerous. This is one of the most dangerous, fucking stupid things I've ever seen. You're putting women's lives at fucking risk. You're generally putting women's lives at risk. It's just, it's so stupid. Like, surely there's got to be more logic behind this. Like, what the fuck are they doing? Like, are they trying to fucking kill women? Like, this, there's equality and everything. And then there's just straight up fucking trying to assassinate women. Like, this is literally a fucking hate crime. This is a hate crime against women. What if some guy decides, oh fuck man, like what if some fucking incel decides he's gonna fucking transition, become a boxer, and then he's gonna be like this, you know, some Elliot Rogers type motherfucker, and he goes in there full fucking incel so he can beat up on women. He only needs to wait 48 months, get the surgery and everything like that, and then he can go live out his fucking fantasies of brutalizing women. It's just fucked up. It's just somebody is going to fucking use this system, and they're going to absolutely fucking ruin some poor woman's life. I've seen women fighters say that the difference between fighting trans fighters and normal women fighters is just so fucking completely different. Like, the power, the strength is something they've never felt before. Like, this is just so fucking, just so dangerous, man. Like, I hope they reverse this decision. I feel for the trans athletes who want to be able to compete in, as a female, because they identify that way. They've got the surgery and everything. And I'm not saying that every female transgender athlete is doing this because they want an advantage over these women, but it still is a big advantage. They need to make separate divisions. We need to just have post-surgery women fight post-surgery women, post-surgery men fight post-surgery men. Like, we just need to put them all in one category. Obviously, I'm not saying we put the fucking transition men versus the transition women. I mean, we have to have the transition men fight transition men, transition women fight transition women. You get what I mean? Like, I just don't think this is safe. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people who are saying this, oh, this is all good and everything, get people who have not trained. Like, have you not actually trained with fucking women? Have you not ever trained in martial arts or boxing or any combat sport? There is such a big difference between women. I used to grapple with like women who were higher belts than me, and they really just couldn't do too much to me outside of if I'm in their guard and they maybe can get a triangle on me or something like that. But outside of that, I can just spike them on their head if I really wanted to. It's just dangerous. It creates a dangerous precedence that's gonna get somebody fucking killed. Like, I don't know. I just don't like this. In my opinion, this is so fucking dangerous and stupid. But I don't know. Let me hear your guys' thoughts about this whole thing in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Yeah, like I said, just give me your thoughts on this whole situation. If you're not already subscribed, put on notifications, like this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Cheers. I needed to talk about this because it's really been worrying me, man, that we're gonna see a fucking death, and I don't want to see people die in combat sports. As sick of a bastard as we are, we're all sick bastards. We watch people put fucking each other through excruciating fucking brain damage, but I don't want to see a fucking death in any combat sports personally. Just, that's my own personal opinion. But anyway, this isn't an anti-trans thing. I don't want to see trans women fighting like biological women, because it's dangerous. It sets a really dangerous precedence. But anyway, that's all I've got to say. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.